Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to another wonderful episode here at Fluent English Journey, the channel that helps you improve your English while learning something useful and interesting. I am so happy that you are here today. Thank you for your support, your time, and the energy you bring every time you join us. Every time you listen, every time you practice with us, you are taking a beautiful step forward, not just in your English learning, but in your personal growth too. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. You are the reason we create these episodes. So thank you for being part of our Fluent English Journey family. Today, we have a very special topic, the power of visualization. Now, that might sound like a big or difficult word, but don't worry. I will explain everything step by step in simple English so you can understand and enjoy this topic. Visualization is a powerful tool. It can help you in many areas of your life, your studies, your work, your dreams, your English learning, and even your daily activities. Many successful people use this tool, and after this episode, you can use it too. Why is visualization so important? Because our mind is very strong. Often, we don't realize how much our thoughts and mental pictures affect what we do in real life. When you imagine something clearly in your mind, it becomes easier to do it in real life. For example, imagine yourself speaking English confidently. When you picture it in your mind, you are already training your brain to do it well. Visualization helps us prepare, practice, and believe in ourselves before we even start the real action. That is why learning how to use this power is so important. It can help you become stronger, braver, and more successful in many parts of your life. In today's episode, you will learn what visualization really means, how it works, why it is called mental practice, the benefits you can get from using visualization every day, like feeling more confident, reducing stress, and improving your performance. I will also guide you through simple steps to practice visualization, even if you are just starting out. You will hear a short personal story that shows how powerful visualization can be. And at the end, I will leave you with some final thoughts and motivation to help you start using this amazing tool today. So, my friends, are you ready? Sit back, relax, and get ready to learn something new, not just about the world, but also about yourself. Let's begin this exciting journey together here on Fluent English Journey. Let's discover the power of visualization and how it can help you create the life you want and the English skills you dream of. Now, what is visualization? Let's talk about it in a simple way. I will explain slowly and clearly so you can really understand. You don't need any difficult or technical words. You can even repeat some parts to practice your speaking. In the simplest words, visualization is when you create a picture or a movie in your mind. You imagine something you want to do or something you want to happen. You close your eyes, relax, and start to see it in your mind, like watching a short film where you are the main character. Visualization is not magic. It is not pretending. It is a mental exercise. You prepare yourself for something by imagining it before it happens. And the more clearly you imagine it, the more your mind and body are ready to make it real. Let me give you an easy example. Imagine you are a student and you feel nervous about giving a presentation in class. You might feel scared, worried, or afraid that you will make mistakes or forget your words. But before the big day, you decide to try something simple. You sit quietly, close your eyes, and start to imagine the moment. In your mind, you see yourself standing in front of the class. You picture yourself smiling, speaking clearly, and feeling calm. You imagine the class listening carefully, watching, and enjoying your talk. You feel confident as you speak. You hear yourself saying your words with ease. Even though the presentation hasn't happened yet, your mind is already practicing it. This is visualization. Here is another simple example. Imagine you want to run a race. Before you even put on your running shoes, you sit down and picture yourself running. You imagine yourself running fast, feeling strong, and crossing the finish line with a big smile. You see it clearly in your mind. Your brain is already starting to prepare you for success, even before you move your body. This is why people sometimes call visualization mental practice. You are training your mind just like you train your body. Your brain cannot always tell the difference between something you really do and something you imagine in great detail. When you visualize, your brain starts to make connections and get ready for action. For example, athletes often visualize their games or races before they compete. They see themselves scoring points, making perfect moves, or even winning. This trains their brain to feel confident and ready. Artists might imagine finishing a painting or giving a wonderful performance. Public speakers picture themselves giving a clear, strong speech. Even students use visualization. They imagine themselves passing a test or learning a new language successfully. So, why do we call it mental practice? Because it is just like practicing a sport or an instrument. You are practicing success in your mind. You create a clear picture of what you want to achieve. This helps you feel ready and confident when the real moment comes. You prepare your mind to face the situation calmly and with focus. That is why people who use visualization often feel less nervous and more prepared when it is time to act. The good news is you do not need to be an athlete, artist, or public speaker to use visualization. You can use it in your daily life, before a job interview, before speaking English with someone new, before taking an exam, or even before starting a new project. The great thing about visualization is that anyone can do it, anywhere and anytime. All you need is your imagination and a few quiet minutes to practice. So, to sum up, visualization is a simple but powerful tool. It is seeing success in your mind before it happens in real life. It is mental practice that helps you prepare, build confidence, and focus on your goals. It is like giving yourself the mental preview of what you want to achieve. And the best part? The more you practice visualization, the stronger and clearer your mental images become. This makes you even more ready for success, helping you feel confident, focused, and prepared in real life. How does visualization work? Now that we know what visualization is, you might ask, how does it actually work? Why does just imagining something in your mind help you do better in real life? Let's break it down in a simple way so you can really understand how powerful this tool is. First, it's important to know that your brain is amazing. It has a special way of connecting your thoughts and your actions. When you imagine something in great detail, your brain sends signals to your body almost as if you are really doing it. For example, close your eyes and imagine squeezing a lemon. You might notice your mouth starts to water a little. That happens because your brain is reacting to the image, even though there is no real lemon. This is exactly how visualization works. Your brain and body start to prepare for what you imagine. Athletes know this very well. Many top athletes use visualization before their competitions. For example, a runner might sit quietly before a race, close their eyes, and imagine running smoothly, feeling strong, and crossing the finish line. They picture every step, every breath, and even the feeling of winning. This mental practice helps their brain and body get ready for the real race. It's not just physical practice that makes them strong. Mental practice gives them confidence and focus, making them even better prepared. Artists and musicians also use visualization. Before going on stage, a musician might imagine playing perfectly. They picture themselves holding their instrument, playing each note beautifully and hearing the audience clap at the end. This mental picture helps calm their nerves and makes them feel ready. You don't have to be an athlete or a musician to use visualization. Let's look at an easy example from daily life. Imagine you are a student and you have to give a presentation in class. You feel nervous because you don't want to make mistakes. Before the presentation, you find a quiet place, close your eyes, and imagine the moment. You see yourself standing in front of the class, smiling and speaking clearly. You imagine your friends and teacher listening carefully, and you feel confident and happy. When you do this, your brain starts to prepare for the real moment. So, when you finally stand up in class, you feel less nervous because you've already practiced in your mind. In simple words, visualization works by connecting your imagination to real action. It trains your mind to expect success and feel ready, even before you start. This makes you more confident and focused when the time comes to perform. The more you practice visualization, the stronger the connection becomes between your mind and your actions. Remember, visualization is not magic. You still need to take real steps and practice in the real world. But when you combine real practice with mental practice, you give yourself the best chance to succeed. That's why many successful people use visualization. It prepares them physically, mentally, and emotionally. And the best part? You can start using it today. Benefits of visualization. Now, let's talk about why visualization is so helpful. You might think, why spend time imagining things? How will this really help me? Visualization is not just daydreaming. When you practice it, you are training your brain to work with you. You are preparing your mind and body for success. It helps in many areas of life. Builds confidence. You feel ready and strong for challenges. Reduces nervousness and stress. Your mind knows what to expect. Improves focus and performance. You are more prepared when it's time to act. Helps with learning and practice, like imagining speaking English, taking exams, or giving presentations. Visualization is simple, but it is a powerful tool. The more you practice, the more your brain gets ready to succeed in real life. The biggest benefits of visualization. Let me explain some of the most important benefits of visualization in a simple way. First, visualization builds confidence. When you imagine yourself doing something well, you start to feel more sure that you can actually do it. For example, if you visualize giving a speech in English and doing it successfully, your brain starts to believe that you are capable. You think, yes, I can do this. This belief is very powerful. It gives you inner strength and helps you face challenges with a positive attitude. Without confidence, we often give up before we even start. But when we visualize success, we start to believe in ourselves, and that makes a big difference. Second, visualization reduces fear and stress. Many times, we feel afraid or worried before doing something new. Maybe you are nervous about speaking in front of others or about taking a big exam. Visualization can help calm these fears. When you imagine yourself handling the situation well, you tell your brain, this is not as scary as it seems. Your body relaxes, your mind becomes peaceful, and you feel calmer. By seeing yourself succeed in your imagination, you take away some of the fear and become more focused in real life. Third, visualization improves performance. This is why so many top athletes, musicians, and public speakers use it. By practicing in their minds, they improve their actual skills. For example, a basketball player who imagines making perfect shots is training their brain to send the right signals to their body. A student who imagines answering questions clearly and correctly is preparing their brain to react in the right way. When you combine real practice with mental practice, your performance often improves faster and becomes more consistent. Fourth, visualization helps you set and reach goals. When you clearly picture what you want, it becomes easier to move toward it. For example, if your goal is to pass an English test, you can visualize yourself studying every day, practicing with friends, and finally seeing a good result on your paper. By keeping this positive picture in your mind, you remind yourself of what you are working toward. This helps you stay on track and not give up, even when things get difficult. Finally, visualization gives you motivation. It helps you stay excited and interested in your goals. Let's say you are learning English and sometimes feel tired or frustrated. When you visualize yourself speaking English fluently, traveling to new places, or making new friends from other countries, you feel more motivated to keep going. You remember why you started, and you get the energy to continue, even when the journey feels long. Here are some simple, everyday examples of how you can use visualization. Imagine you have an important test. Instead of feeling nervous, sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine yourself answering questions confidently and passing the test. Imagine speaking in public, like at a school event or a meeting. Picture yourself standing tall, speaking clearly, and getting a positive response from the audience. Even small things, like preparing for a job interview or trying something new, can be easier with visualization. You just picture yourself doing well and let that positive image guide your real actions. In the end, visualization is powerful because it works on many levels. It helps your mind, your emotions, and even your body get ready for success. It builds confidence, reduces fear, improves performance, keeps you focused on your goals, and gives you motivation to keep trying. And the best part? It's free, easy, and you can start using it anytime, anywhere. How to practice visualization step by step. Now that we've talked about what visualization is, how it works, and why it's so useful, you might be wondering, how do I actually practice it? Don't worry, it's much simpler than you think. Let me guide you step by step, using easy and clear language, so you can start trying it in your own life. Step 1. Find a quiet place. The first step is to choose a place where you can be calm and focused, without distractions. You don't need anything fancy, just a spot where you can sit or lie down comfortably. It could be your bedroom, a quiet corner in your home, or even a peaceful place outside, like a garden or park. The important thing is to feel safe and relaxed so your mind can focus. Step 2. Close your eyes and relax. Once you are in your quiet spot, close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose, hold it for a second, and then breathe out gently through your mouth. Feel your body relax with each breath. Let go of tension in your shoulders, neck, and face. This helps calm your body and prepares your mind to focus. When your mind is relaxed, it becomes much easier to imagine positive things and build strong mental pictures. Step 3. Imagine your goal in detail. Now comes the most important part. Picture what you want to achieve as clearly as possible. For example, if your goal is to give a good presentation in English, imagine yourself standing confidently in front of your class or audience. See the room, the people watching you, and your own body language. Imagine smiling, speaking clearly, and sharing your ideas smoothly. The more details you include, the stronger your visualization becomes. Try to notice what you see, hear, and even what you might feel or smell. Make the picture in your mind as real as you can. Step 4. Feel the positive emotions. As you imagine, don't just watch it like a movie. Step into the moment. Feel the confidence, excitement, and pride. Feel the joy of doing well and the satisfaction of achieving your goal. These emotions are a key part of visualization because they help your brain connect the mental image to real experiences. When you practice feeling success in your mind, it becomes easier to feel confident and positive in real life. Step 5. Repeat regularly. Visualization works best when you practice it often. This is not something you do once and forget. It's like exercising or learning a new skill. Try to set aside a few minutes every day for visualization, maybe in the morning to prepare for your day or at night before you sleep. The more you practice, the stronger your mental pictures will become. Over time, confidence and focus will start to grow naturally. Step 6. Keep it positive and clear. Always focus on what you want to happen, not on what you fear. For example, if you are preparing for a test, don't imagine yourself failing or forgetting answers. Instead, picture yourself answering questions calmly and correctly. Clear, positive images help train your brain to expect success and guide your actions toward your goals. Let's review the steps. Find a quiet place. Close your eyes and relax. Imagine your goal in detail. Feel the positive emotions as if it's real. Repeat regularly. Keep your focus positive and clear. That's it. Visualization is simple, but very powerful. It's like a mental workout that prepares you for success, builds confidence, and helps you stay motivated. Remember, you don't need to be perfect at this. Just start small. Practice a little every day and watch how your mind and actions begin to change. With time, you will feel stronger, braver, and more ready to face challenges. All thanks to the simple but powerful tool of visualization. Common mistakes and tips for visualization. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when practicing visualization and some useful tips to help you get better results. Visualization is a powerful tool, but like any skill, you need to practice it the right way. Many people give up or feel frustrated because they make small mistakes that block their progress. Today, I want to help you understand these mistakes and learn how to avoid them. Mistake 1. Focusing on negative thoughts. One of the biggest mistakes is focusing on fear, failure, or mistakes instead of positive outcomes. For example, instead of imagining yourself speaking English confidently, your mind might keep showing you forgetting words or making mistakes. This is normal. Our brains often go to negative thoughts because we are afraid. Tip: when you notice negative pictures in your mind, gently bring your focus back to positive images. Don't be angry or upset with yourself. Just remind yourself, I want to focus on success, not failure. The more you practice focusing on positive outcomes, the stronger your positive mental images will become. Mistake 2. Not being consistent. Some people try visualization once or twice, then stop. They think, it didn't work or I don't have time. But visualization is like a muscle. You need to train it regularly to make it strong. Tip: make visualization a daily habit. Even 5 to 10 minutes each day can make a big difference. You can practice in the morning before your day starts or at night before going to sleep. Keep going, even when you feel busy or tired. Over time, you will notice the benefits growing stronger. Mistake 3. Forgetting real actions. Visualization is not magic. Some people think just imagining success is enough, but it's only part of the process. You also need to take real steps toward your goals. For example, if you are visualizing yourself speaking English fluently, you also need to practice speaking, listening, and learning new words. Visualization gives you confidence and motivation, but you still have to do the work. Think of it like having a mental coach. Your mind is prepared to perform better in real life. Mistake 4. Losing patience. Many people try visualization for a few days or weeks and expect big results right away. When they don't see instant success, They feel disappointed and give up. Tip: visualization is a long-term process. It's about changing how you think, feel, and act, and that takes time. Trust the process. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small improvements, feeling a little more confident, a little less afraid, or a little more focused. These small changes will add up over time, and bigger results will come if you stay patient and keep practicing. Summary of tips. Focus on positive thoughts. Practice visualization regularly. Combine visualization with real actions. Be patient and trust the process. If you follow these tips, you will avoid the common mistakes that stop many people. You will give yourself the best chance to succeed. Remember, you are training your mind to work with you, not against you, and that is a very powerful thing. To help you understand visualization even better, let me share a short story. This is not a real story from my life, but it is an example that shows how visualization can work in a simple, everyday situation. A story to show how visualization works. Let's imagine a young woman named Anna. Anna is a university student and she is learning English. She loves the language, but she feels very nervous when she has to speak in front of the class. Every time her teacher asks her to give a presentation or answer a question, her heart races, her hands shake, and her mind goes blank. She knows the words, but in that moment, fear takes over and she forgets everything. One day, Anna decides she wants to change this. She reads about visualization and learns how it can help build confidence. So she decides to give it a try. Every evening before going to bed, Anna sits quietly in her room. She closes her eyes, takes a few deep breaths, and begins to imagine. She pictures herself standing at the front of her classroom. She imagines the room, the faces of her classmates, and the sound of her own voice. In her mind, she sees herself smiling, standing tall, and speaking clearly. She imagines answering the teacher's questions with confidence. She imagines the happy feeling she will have when she finishes and sees her classmates smiling back at her. At first, it feels a little strange for Anna. She wonders if just imagining success can really help. But she decides to trust the process and keep practicing. Every night, she visualizes the same situation. Slowly, she notices that her body feels calmer when she thinks about speaking. She no longer feels her heart racing so fast. She starts to believe that maybe, just maybe, she can actually do this in real life. The day of the next presentation arrives. Anna still feels a little nervous. That is normal. But this time, something is different. She remembers the images she has practiced in her mind. She takes a deep breath and steps to the front of the class. As she speaks, she feels more confident. Her words come out more smoothly. She makes eye contact with her classmates and even enjoys the experience a little. When she finishes, she feels a wave of happiness and pride. She did it. After that day, Anna continues to use visualization in other areas of her life. She uses it when preparing for exams, imagining herself staying calm and focused. She uses it before job interviews, imagining herself answering questions confidently. She even uses it in sports, imagining herself playing well and enjoying the game. Visualization becomes a simple but powerful tool that helps her reach her goals and believe in herself. This story shows that visualization is not magic. It doesn't work without practice or effort, but it is a real mental tool that can change the way you feel and act. By imagining success, you train your brain to expect good results. This gives you the strength to face challenges. Whether you are a student like Anna, an athlete, an artist, or someone working on a personal goal, visualization can help you. Build confidence. Reduce fear. Take positive steps forward. Now think about your own life. What is one situation where you feel nervous or unsure? What is one goal you want to reach? Start practicing visualization for that situation. Picture yourself succeeding. Feel the positive emotions. Trust that with time and practice, you can change the way you think and act. Remember, you have the power to shape your own success, one mental picture at a time. As we come to the end of this episode, let's remember why visualization is so powerful. Visualization is not just daydreaming or wishing for something to happen. It is an active mental practice where you train your brain to focus on success, confidence, and positive results. When you imagine yourself doing something well, whether it's speaking English, passing a test, giving a presentation, or reaching a personal goal, you're preparing your mind and body to handle that situation in real life. It's like creating a mental map for your brain to follow. So when the moment comes, you feel ready, strong, and focused. Final thoughts and motivation. Visualization is powerful because it connects your mind and your actions. It helps you believe in yourself before you even start. Think about how often fear or self-doubt stops us from doing something. Maybe you tell yourself, I can't do this, or I will fail. And when we think that way, it often becomes true. But visualization gives you a new way to face challenges. Instead of focusing on fear or failure, you focus on success and positive outcomes. You create a picture in your mind of what you want, and that picture becomes your guide. I want to encourage you to try visualization today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start with something simple in your life. Maybe you have an English conversation coming up. Or maybe you want to do well on a small task at school or work. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and imagine yourself doing that thing successfully. See the details in your mind, where you are, what you are doing, and how you are feeling. Feel the confidence, calmness, and happiness. Even just a few minutes of practice can make a difference. The more you do it, the easier and more powerful it becomes. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You don't need to imagine every little detail exactly. What matters is the feeling and focus. You are teaching your brain to expect good things, and that creates a positive energy inside you. That energy gives you motivation, helps you take action, and brings you closer to your goals. Here is a short positive message for you today. You have the power to shape your own success. You don't have to wait for luck or for someone else to tell you that you are good enough. You can start right now. Visualize the person you want to be. Picture the small and big wins you want to achieve. Then take the steps to make them real. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fluent English Journey. I hope this episode has inspired and encouraged you and given you a simple but powerful tool you can use in your life. Remember, you are stronger than you think. With practice, patience, and belief in yourself, you can reach your goals. Keep practicing your English, keep believing in your dreams, and keep visualizing the amazing things you can do. I'm proud of you, and I can't wait to talk to you again in the next episode. Until then, take care and keep moving forward.